Well, back again for another beer review, sponsored by, of course, beersofeurope.co.uk, the beer review channel sponsors for our segment. Again, this week we have the Heretic Brewing Company from the USA, their Evil Twin craft beer in a can. This is their IPA, but it's one with a little bit of a difference. I'll just read you some of their description. It's a red India Pale Ale, 6.8%, always brewed and packaged only by Heretic Brewing. Looking for something other than a typical IPA, this blood red ale has a rich malt character without being overly sweet. It has a huge hop character without being overly bitter. It is bold, rich, balanced craft beer. Our Evil Twin is only bad because it's too good to resist. Well, let's see if the proof of the pudding is in my tasting. Sort of jury's out with craft beer in a can for me. Maybe if it's obviously filtered, bottle conditioned, you can't really see what's happening with the sediment, whether you've disturbed it, what's happening when you pour in. And of course, if you like me and you collect bottle caps, you can't really collect the cap off one of these. You've got to keep the whole tin, which is a bit more. But no, not keen on the idea or anything. But I can smell the aroma already. Was it blood red? But it's definitely a reddish hue, dark copper, mahogany almost to it. There's a tight, slightly off-white head there. Boatloads of aroma coming off, which is all piney resin, slightly spicy. I didn't look up to see what hops they do actually put in the brew. They don't mention it on the tin, unfortunately. I am obviously, most of you know, I'm a home brewer as well, so I do like to know what goes in, rather than just malt, hops, water and yeast, because that doesn't really tell you a lot. But we've got some nice glass lace, and it's quite thick and tight against the head there. We're in a US sized glass, so we get the full can in. So let's go in for a taster. It's a slight sort of sticky resinness. Again, there's piney notes. It's not overly bitter. There is a sweetness and smoothness to it. Slightly sort of sweet on the fruity side. Moderate mouthfeel. It does, that sort of resiness comes through onto the mouthfeel. Light carbonation. You expect it to have more of a bitter bite with that sort of piney. It's sort of a woodiness to it. There is some of that sort of grapefruit bitterness hint, but it's more what I call forest, you know, is the pines, resin that you get from cutting pine. And again, that mild, just mild sweetness that balances it. It's not too fizzy, so it makes it quite an easy sipper. Very smooth. A most enjoyable pint. I've been fortunate. I mean, I pick my own, but I don't necessarily go into a lot of research to pick. I pick what I think is going to be interesting. So far I've been lucky. I haven't got a one I don't like. Well, it's a slight dankness. We're trying to describe the density of the hop aroma and taste. It's a bit one channel hop, you know, there's only that piney resin coming through, not a lot else, not too much else on the nose either, just that prominent hop that features across it, not in a bad way, but it would be nice to sort of pull something else out. Again, the glass lacing is holding there, not so much alcohol legs, 6.8, but it does feel it's by no stretch of the imagination a thin beer. It has got a real nice solid mouthfeel. And it's just that woody resinous. It's a sort of what I would call a dependable beer. It's not gonna, you pick it up a little while later and have a sip and you think, is that my beer? This isn't gonna do this to you. The bitterness is coming a little bit more prominent now. But again, it's an IPA. Not wholly different, obviously it's a red IPA, a ripper I guess you'd call them. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily think it was an Irish red ale, but the pungent aroma would give it away straight away. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. It's not fantastic, super blow you away, but not every beer can be. It's just a good, solid, dependable pint. Quite an easy one. I'd buy it again. I'd probably like to try some more of their range, but I'll put the link to the can. I think we do it in 650s, the big American bomber, as well, if you fancy a splash on a bigger one or you want to share it. So I'll put the link to the beer and the shop. That will conclude today's beer review. So cheers for watching, catch you on the next one. Cheers.